I wasn't actually really sure about like, what do people normally have in their accounts? Like, what do people's checking account look like? And that's not me being nosy. I just want to know, like, am I on the right track? And if you talk to someone, so I actually thought it would be really smart to, because in my last video, I talked about, you know, my goals for 2019, and I talked about saving money as one of the main like points that I need to do for the year. I'm like, let me make a video about how to save money. So what I like to do is get a book or something, a pen, and write down everything that you have to pay for. You know, all your expenses, like everything. And like certain things like aren't the same every month, so make sure to like round up. Don't round down, round up. But figure out what is it that you're spending your money on. So make sure you're looking at your statements and seeing what is it that you're exactly paying for. And then also take into account that sometimes you're not always using your card. Sometimes you are using a credit card. Sometimes you are taking money out and using physical cash. I personally never use cash, so I don't have to worry about noting down like whatever that other expense is. But if you do use cash, then maybe give yourself a budget with the cash. Say I'm gonna take out $200 and this is going to last me, I don't know, two and a half weeks or 3 weeks. Other things like bills and stuff that can automatically come out of your checking account with your card, that's whatever. But make sure whatever, or even the money, you can even allot it for, hey, I'm gonna go out this weekend, I can only spend this much instead of using my card, because sometimes when you're out and you're using your card, you end up swiping, and you don't even realize how much you're swiping. For me, I personally don't go out. That's like once in a blue moon, so I don't even have to worry about that. But what I do have to worry about are the bills that I have that are every single month that literally take a large chunk out of my paycheck. So you take, what do you make? You write that down. So I make this much in 2 weeks. So you're gonna do this on a 2-week basis. So your first paycheck, you should think of it as, I make this much money. All my bills, hopefully, can come out of this one paycheck, if possible. Not everyone can, but some people can. So all my money in this one paycheck should cover my bills. And maybe if it flows into like my next paycheck, whatever I have left from that, I can take something out to put it in my savings account. So, like I said, this is how much I make, and then this is what I have to pay for. I have to pay for gas. That's one thing. I have to pay for gas. I have to pay for groceries. Now with groceries, that gets tricky. Are you cooking all the time? And are you cooking and then bringing food to work? Or are you going grocery shopping and you're also spending money on food at work, going out to eat, getting drinks or things like that? What are you doing, right? So gas could be like $40. Now with the grocery shopping and maybe eating out, you might want to allot like maybe $200, right? You don't go grocery shopping all the time, but if you're spending, I don't know, like $10 a day on lunch in a week, like for like the work week, that's 5 days, that's $50. But then, you know, you can go grocery shopping and then also bring some food to work. Okay, that might average itself out. So maybe like $200 is okay to say. So it's $200 on food and groceries or lunch or whatever, and $50 or $40 on gas. So $240 to $50 already spent. So that's coming out of your paycheck. Then you have your rent. If you don't live at home, you have rent, right? So rent, I don't know, that can range from $800 to $1,200, $1,300, right? So for some people, your rent is gonna directly come out of your paycheck, right? And that might take up the whole thing. For other people, it might not. So, like I said, food and groceries, gas, rent, and then now your other little bills like electricity. If you have a PSE&G bill, probably has water and light together, or gas or whatever it is. Your cable. Some people don't have cable anymore. Some people only have subscriptions, but you need to add up those subscriptions. So if you have Netflix, Hulu, music things, Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, things like that, right? So you have to start adding those up, because those $10, $12, $7, all of a sudden you're spending like almost $100 on subscriptions. Yeah, you don't have cable, which you have a lot of subscriptions, so that counts as well. And then your phone bill. Phone bills are not cheap at all. So a lot, maybe like $100 to $150, depending on if you're by yourself on a plan or you're with your family or whatever it is. And then you have to think about, do you have any other like bills that you pay? So like for me, I have student loans. So that's a good like $300. If you have a car note, damn. I did have a car note, I don't have any more, thank God. That was $350. So $300, $350, that's just in school loans and my car note. And then you still have car insurance. Car insurance for me is like $170, but it could be more. Some people could be like $200, $300, $400. Between your car note, your car insurance, and your school loans, you can spend like a good $800, $900. And for some people, that's rent. So take all these bills and take them out of your paycheck. At the beginning of the month, normally your rent's due, pay your rent, look at what you have left over, pay your phone bill, pay anything that you can pay right away from your check. And when you get the new check for the second half of the month, you gotta think about, what can I take out of this check right now that I can put in my savings account? Because if you don't take it out beforehand, then you'll end up spending more than what you should be allotting yourself. So for me, for example, I don't have a car note anymore. So what does that mean? I have $350 every month that I should have extra, in addition to whatever I had extra before. So I can put that into my savings. I had a lot of money in my savings account because I started saving before I moved out on my own, and that's very important. When I was living at home with my parents, I was making a lot of money, but I didn't have any bills. All I had was my car insurance, my car note, and my school loans, and a phone bill. I didn't have to pay for rent, I didn't have to pay for cable, I didn't have to pay for anything else. I didn't even have to pay for food because my parents cooked. So I took a lot of that time to save a couple $1,000s because I'm just like, well, I'm gonna have to move out soon. I have to make sure I have something to fall back on. And that's the important thing. You have to look at the bigger picture. You're saving money because you have an end goal you want to get to. I want to eventually live in a house or be able to take care of myself. And, you know, like right now I have a dog, I have small extra expenses now, but I have the means to do it. Why? Because I planned in advance for it. Talk to someone that you know is good at savings. I have a couple people that I talk to about my savings, or like just looking to my account, because I wasn't actually really sure about like, what do people normally have in their accounts? Like, what do people's checking account look like? And that's not me being nosy. I just want to know, like, am I on the right track? And if you talk to someone, maybe a financial advisor, but it doesn't have to be. You can talk to a family member or something. They might feel comfortable sharing that with you. So I hope that helped any of you who's looking to save money. If you have any questions that I probably didn't get to or answer, feel free to comment below. And with that, I'm gonna end this video. Don't forget to subscribe, help me get to my goal of 1,000 subscribers, and that's it. Thank you, and see you in my next video. Bye.